5 seconds to go. Start. Sir, let me refer to the defense. I will take this opportunity to clarify my stand. It is with the best of my intention the other day during the question hour on the foreign exchange when I joined hands on the debate and asked the Prime Minister that even when the trade gap is of the order of more than rupees 8,000 crores, is it not a fact that unfortunately even 50 years after independence we have to import on a very large scale even the sophisticated weapons in this country? All of us here, whether we belong to this side or to that side, in patriotism, we are second to none. In patriotic fervor, my patriotic feeling and emotion might to be higher than that of the Prime Minister. But I can assure this on the question of defense, on freedom and integrity of the country, if we are not ahead of the Prime Minister, we are at least on par with the Prime Minister. We will not lag behind anyone in this house as far as India's integrity and defense is concerned. That is the feeling with which we speak. All that we want is this: we do not want any umbrella as far as defense is concerned. Tomorrow, even if Pakistan does make a decision and it generates bomb, as a man of nuclear physics, let me say that we can also generate a bomb in no time. The day we had the Pokhran explosion, it was a very wonderful work done by our Indian scientists. Hats off to them. I wrote my article on that. We have already had the experiment of nuclear explosion and implosion for peaceful purposes. As a student of nuclear physics, let me tell you that the initial 5 to 6 processes starting from the separation of uranium isotopes are quite common to both the processes. You reach a particular stage, a little more jump, and you go to the nuclear weapons. That is exactly the progress as far as this field is concerned. Sir, tomorrow, even if we are required to choose this option, we will not like to choose the option of the United States of America or any other superpower. We will like to stand on our own legs. That is what I meant by saying that today, unfortunately, our self reliance in sophisticated weapons is negligible. Therefore, heavy imports from outside the country are there. The question of import of defense equipment is also linked with our foreign policy. I am proud that we are a non aligned country. We should never be cowed down by any superpower in the world. They are interested in seeing that we do not have good neighborly relationship with our neighbors, but we have an interest in seeing that we have good neighborly relationship. When we are able to solve the problems of our country round the table, we should be able to solve the problems with the neighbors round the table. Therefore, I do stand for good neighborly relationship. Someone may say that this is pro this and this is pro that. But for the defense of the country and for the developmental activity of the country, we cannot afford to fritter away our resources by tuning our policy in such a way. For good neighborly relationship, we must try our best. I am glad that the general feeling of this house is that we want good neighborly relationship. Even when we build our armies, I am glad that our defense minister had said that we have the armies, but our army is not to march on the frontiers of the country to conquer others. It is to defend our borders, and that is the approach that we have got. Therefore, if we try to make consciously better neighborly relationship, it might be that the defense expenditure of both Pakistan and India might come down, and in that case a different situation may arise. Sir, I would like to say something about the interest payments. Last year, when we presented the budget, I was listening to the comments by a number of experts. One of the experts was from the School of Economics of Pune. He said in one of his comments that when he looks at the tremendous repayment that we have to make for the loans that we have borrowed, sometimes he feels that we almost borrow to repay. Today, what is the position? According to the budget documents, the interest on borrowings will be rupees 1000 crores. Unfortunately, even the repayment installment on IMF loan is due this year, and as a result of that, you will find that it takes all the borrowings. then the total repayment in foreign exchange will be to the tune of 22% of our export earnings. That is why I am advocating for the public sector. Stop.